Alright guys, I'm not even gonna play the intro because this is one of my most, serious videos. Detroit Become Human is dying, and I don't want it to die. It is my favorite game, but we have to talk about it because I don't like saying games are dying. Games never die. They'll always have a fan base, especially Detroit. Detroit has an amazing fan base, but if we look at the numbers, it really is decreasing. And I hear you all saying, so what? It's decreasing. We'll always love Detroit. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It is decreasing, and it doesn't matter because every game has a fan base. But yet, I don't know if Detroit Become Human is going to manage to last. It's hard for the game, and just although there's many fan groups of Detroit. There's r/Detroit Become Human, which it's the Reddit. It's Reddit basically. It's the Reddit group, and I am on there. I am subscribed, and I have posted many things on r/Detroit Become Human. But for a while, it's been silent. I'm guessing. I used to get bombarded with notifications, but now it's just silent. And we just, first of all, let's just look at the Google Trends numbers. This is what Detroit Become Human looks like on Google Trends. That was a weird presentation of it, but you get the point. And many believe games like Fortnite are dying, and I can understand. Everyone hates their last updates, including me. I hate it. I don't know why they decided to put it in, but you can't judge them. But Fortnite numbers, they're at least going in a wavy line. Detroit Become Human numbers dip straight down. And I can hear you saying, well, Detroit Become Human is a story-based game. Of course it's gonna die. And to some extent, I can actually agree to that. Let's take another game, kind of like Detroit Become Human, but yet not like Detroit Become Human. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Its storyline, it's kind of like Detroit Become Human. It's a first-person shooter, of course. It's Call of Duty, but you have to make choices, and the choices you make determine your ending. Personally, I have the best ending, but let's just take a look at the multiplayer. The multiplayer, well, if we were back in, I don't know, 2013, 2012, everybody was talking about the multiplayer, because even though we're talking about late 2012, everyone finished the story. They weren't interested in the story anymore. They were only interested in the multiplayer. And now if you look at videos where they basically go back to Black Ops 2, do you see anyone talk about the story mode? No, they either go into zombies or multiplayer. So yeah, that's also a big factor. And right now, if I were to say if Detroit Become Human can be saved or not, it would be a no. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I tricked you. We're gonna take a deeper look into this. I'm not just gonna end the video. And yes, Detroit Become Human is dying. The numbers are going down. I don't see as many Detroit memes on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, where we're meant to have a community of Detroit Become Human people. Let's just say that it's all going downhill, and the numbers are going down. Of course, it's because the game is getting older and older. Personally, I got Detroit Become Human in September 2018, and the game wasn't at its peak back then. It was just starting to go downhill, but it wasn't that big, and I could still see people talking about Detroit Become Human. And now let's just think rationally, okay? If I go out to make a survey, let's just say I asked 20 people if they knew what Detroit Become Human was, or if they liked it or didn't like it, sorry. Well, 40%, no, 40 of them would say, I don't know what it is. 9 would say I don't like it, and 1 would say they liked it. So that's 50 people, and most of them either don't know it or they don't like it, they don't want to touch it. But can Detroit Become Human be saved? Yes and no. Detroit Become Human was announced for the PC. Everybody's excited for it. Even I am. I want to get a gaming PC now. Buy Detroit Become Human. Make Detroit Become Human in Roblox. That's never going to happen, of course. I don't play Roblox. But PC is a major step up for a game. So many players play on PC. But I fear the worst, even if it is for PC. Because PC or not, well, not many people on PC know what Detroit Become Human is. Detroit Become Human has been advertised so much by Sony that I don't think someone on PC really knows what it is. I mean, of course they might have heard of it, but so many people just switch to PlayStation to play Detroit Become Human. So I don't see them switching back to PC just to get back on the Epic Games Store. And alright, here we go. This is another problem. The Epic Games Store. Where could Quantic Dream have thought of selling Detroit? Steam, maybe? One of the biggest gaming platforms, maybe? No, the fucking Epic Games Store. I mean, we all hate the Epic Games Store, to be honest. I don't think one of us thinks the Epic Store is good for various reasons. One, they spy on us for the Chinese, and that's a bit of a hyperbole, but to be honest, that is kind of what they do. Two, they're just shite. They buy stuff to gain their popularity because nobody wants to buy on them. They take stuff off Steam to sell for a period of time as their exclusive, just to gain more popularity. And they've taken Detroit. Detroit's not going to gain anything from it. Nobody on the Epic Games Store gives a damn about Detroit. To be honest, everybody that's on the Epic Games Store, it's probably a 6-year-old looking for Fortnite and V-Bucks. So, you know what? I don't think the Epic Games Store does justice to Detroit Become Human. And I'm sad to say this, but Detroit Become Human is kind of over. They're not bringing any updates. The last update they did was a small thing to bring Chloe back, and that was God knows when. And the PC community, I don't know if they'll accept Detroit, to be honest, because even if it does make it on the Epic Games stores and makes at least 1,000 players, this is how low we're going, 1,000 players, well, it's gonna have many rendering issues, graphics issues, controls issues. This was a game made for one console and one console only. If they switched it over to Xbox, maybe it would have worked, but it's PC, so I don't know if it will work easily, and that's the sad truth. It will be hard for it to work. You'd miss quick time events. They'd have to build the game from scratch up, really, and that's it. Detroit's dead. I'm sorry to say it. Detroit is dead. People still play it, and I know many people who play it and really enjoy it, but it's dead, and That makes me very heartbroken to say. Really, Detroit's my favorite game. But I'm not saying it's dead because I don't like it, or I don't think people should play it anymore, or that you won't get any enjoyment out of it if you're on PC. I'm saying it because the chances of it getting better is they're small. It's over, guys. I'm still gonna post Detroit Become Human content, even if nobody watches it. Even if I get 0 views on my next video, I will post Detroit Become Human forever, so don't worry about that. Oh well. Psych! There's still a way to save Detroit. I know that was sad, but there's a 1% chance Detroit Become Human could be saved, and that is, well, this is small, but in March, David Cage announced that if they were to make a sequel to any of Quantic Dream's games, it would be Detroit Become Human. And guess what he said? If they would also try to make an online mode for Detroit Become Human 2, they would do it. They never tried it. I don't think anybody has tried a narrative online game, but they would do it with Detroit Become Human. But they don't really know what to make it about. It's either Cars Past or the Mystery of RA9. But the most plausible option, which they didn't announce, you guessed it, guys, it's RK900. And if they do make it an online mode, that will have so much popularity, maybe updates coming in, DLC, you know, it would become COD, basically, just with all the DLC, all the new stories, stuff like that. Just think about it, you and your mates, Connor and Hank, and Sumo, just playing around. That would be the best time you'd have, really. So, if they decide to make an online mode, that could save Detroit. That could boost Detroit up for about 2 more years. I'm gonna sign out now because I've rambled on too much, really. But what I'm gonna say is I can't wait for Detroit Become multiplayer.